Welcome again to Taurus, where we broadcast short technical videos regarding constructions. We will continue with our series on structural audits, and today we will look for non-destructive tests performed on buildings. This is the third video of our series on structural audits. We request you to watch the two earlier videos in the same series in case you haven't watched, link for which is shared in the description. NDT tests or non-destructive tests are predominantly performed on concrete and reinforcement for an RCC building, since reinforcement is enclosed or hidden. In case of steel buildings like open shed, all structural members are exposed, unlike that of an RCC or reinforced cement concrete buildings. Rebound hammer test is the most popular method to indirectly investigate the compressive strength of concrete. It consists of a spring controlled mass which slides on the plunger. The mass is stroked against concrete and allowed to rebound. The stronger the concrete, the stronger is the rebound. This rebound number is noted and used to determine compressive strength from the graphs provided by the manufacturer. Concrete is highly basic or alkaline in nature. This high alkalinity reacts with the bare steel on reinforcing steel and creates an oxide film around the steel called as passivation layer. This layer protects the steel from corrosion. Carbonation test measures how much acidic has concrete happened over the years. Any pH indicator, generally phenolphthalein, which is a colorless liquid, is poured on old concrete. This phenolphthalein turns pink on contact with alkaline concrete, indicating no carbonation or concrete has not turned acidic. If phenolphthalein remains colorless, it indicates carbonation or concrete has turned acidic. Concrete is a mixture of cement, sand and aggregates which form a homogeneous and a dense mix. Ultrasonic pulse or UPV test is used to measure how dense the concrete is. Concrete becomes less and less dense as it ages. UPV test is used to measure this parameter. One transmitter and one receiver are attached either directly opposite to each other or adjacent to each other. Transmitter transmits the pulse and receiver receives the pulse after certain time elapsed. The pulse velocity is measured as pulse velocity is equal to width of concrete or structure divided by time elapsed. Dense, strong and continuous concrete has higher pulse velocity, while weaker concrete with voids has less pulse velocity. Core test is one such NDT test where a sample of concrete is drilled and taken out directly to be tested in labs for strength. A small core is drilled and cut from existing concrete of at least 150 mm length, which is then tested in labs for compressive strength. Since in this test directly core from existing concrete is tested, it is one of the most reliable methods amongst all the NDT tests. This core is then backfilled with microconcrete, which is a very strong concrete used for structural repairs. In our next video, we will look into the basics about structural repairs. We have discussed a few NDT or non-destructive tests in this video. There are many more and a lot of research is happening in this field. NDT tests are indirect method and along with visual observations, a structural engineer shall be able to judge the quality of the building structure under audit. A structural engineer will advise which NDT test has to be done and at what locations in building these tests need to be performed. Hence, we advise you to use this video as a guideline only and perform all NDT tests of your building on the advice of a competent civil and structural engineer. Thank you for watching this video.